Hello everybody. So this is the introduction video for Love2D. It's a 2D game engine that we will be using to develop a basic 2D game. So first we will be learning how to make Pong. I hope you all know what Pong is. If you don't, please Google it. Now after you downloaded and installed Love2D, it will have a folder. Now it depends if you downloaded it in C drive, D drive, wherever you downloaded it. Open the folder and now in here create a new folder. Like I've created a new folder test. Okay, you want to name your game anything, just create the folder for your game. Now in there, you will be creating a main.lua file. Now how to create this? Just create any text file. Like for example, new text document. Name it main. Now how to change the extension? Go to rename. Sorry, not rename. Open it. File. Save as. Change it to all files and name it main.lua. After that's done, save it. After that, open your main.lua file in a text editor. Now I'm using Notepad++. You can just use normal Notepad or whatever. Just use a text editor. It does not matter. Okay. So now the first thing we have to do when making a game is obviously create a window. Like we need to have a window to run the game, right? So first of all, what I've done here is created two variables for width and height. I've mentioned the width and height of the window that we will be creating. So in this case, I chose 1240 by 720. You can choose any resolution you want. So now after that, how to create a screen? Like we have to create a window. This is just width and height. It's not going to automatically create a window. So for that, we use function love.load. Now what does love.load means? So what love.load does that it is the initial state for your game. Like when the application runs, what will be the first initial stage? What will be happening after that, we'll be coding that later. But love.load will be the basic what is going to be the interface or what's the window going to look like when you first boot up the application. So for that, we have another function called love.window.setMode. Mind that M is capital. After that, open braces and type the resolution in numbers, or it's good practice to make your numbers as a variable and use that variable instead. You can otherwise just use the number, like you can just type the resolution directly here, but that's not good practice. So we usually assign variables above and width and height. Okay, so now after that you have to write end here. So this kind of ends the function, like we ended love.load. Okay, so this creates a window. We'll be seeing that in a second. Now we don't want a blank window, right? We want to write something. So for that we have another function love.draw. Oh, my bad. Love.draw. So everything that we'll be drawing on the screen will be under love.draw. Okay, so first of all we'll be just printing hello world because that's the most common thing. So how to print? So to print we write love dot graphics dot print. Now open braces, in quotation marks write the text you want to print, like hello world. Hello world there. Now but where to now the computer does not know where to print it, right? So now we have to give it coordinates. So now here the coordinates don't work like in your normal Cartesian plane like in maths. Here the origin is on top left rather than bottom left. Okay, so let me just explain. uh, I'll take a screenshot. So what I'm saying is that you have the origin here. This is the positive x-axis. This is the positive y-axis. Not the negative, the positives. Up there is the positive y-axis, and here is the negative x-axis. Okay, we usually don't go into negatives because obviously we don't want stuff outside a screen. So we will be just taking this as the origin, positive x, positive y. So now if I give the computer coordinates 10 comma 7, I hope you know how coordinates work. So 10x here and 7y, it will print it somewhere around here. So I hope you get how these coordinate systems work. So now we'll be giving Love some coordinates. So I want it to be around. So what if we want it to be center line at the center of the page or center of the window? So we can just half the width and height of the window, right? So we can just write width divided by 2 and height divided by 2. Simple. Then again, we end it to tell that we have done with this function. So now just Control S or save it. Now how to run this thing? Go to your folder in Love2D, the folder that you created, like here, the test folder. Now drag this thing over to your love.exe. As you can see, it says open with love 11.3. It will open it. Okay, so let's go open it. And here you can see we have created a window for 1240 by 720, and it has hello world printed in the center. Now, if you notice, it's not exactly in the center, it's a bit off mark. Now, why does that happen? Now, let me explain that as well. So, why does that happen? Because what coordinates we gave it? We gave it width by half and height by half. So, our width was 1240 and our height was 720. So, that is 620 and 360, the half of it, right? So, it went 360 pixels this side and 360 pixels this side, and then it started printing it. Okay, then it wrote the h at this coordinate. But if we want it to be truly center line, we need to have hello here and world here. We don't want it to start here, then that's not center line, right? So we want hello here, world here, so that's truly in the center. So now how do we do that? So that's not difficult. To do that, we just need to subtract some. Like, you should know how long is your text. Like, you know the what's the font size. If you know font size are in pixels, so you can just select what your font size is. We'll be setting font size in later classes. You can just subtract that. So like I can just subtract, for example, 10. And from here, height I can subtract like 2. Control S, save. Now I'll open it again. Test to love.exe, and it's a bit more center line. Sometimes you have to find the right spot if you don't know what the length of your text is, what the font is. Just experiment with a bit, and you will able to find what the center alignment is. So this will be all for the introduction video. Now we'll be adding more stuff, rectangles, circles, then how we'll be moving them. We'll be adding them in the live lecture. So regarding this, regarding the functions, how we wrote them, any issue, please feel free to contact me. My email is in the description. So I hope it's clear till now. If you have any issue, please contact me. That's all. Thank you.